Imagine this. A cryptic message appears in your local newspaper. First, it seems weird, something out of place. You don't give any importance to it. But then, a year later, it happens again and again. For over 30 years, mysterious, complex, and unbreakable codes have surfaced in the Daily Wildcat, a student newspaper of the University of Arizona. No one knows why. No one knows who is behind it. But one thing is clear: this is no prank. It all began on May 1st, 1995, when a student named Brian Hans from the University of Arizona stumbled upon a strange advertisement in the Daily Wildcat. But he didn't pay much attention to it. A year later, another cryptic message appeared, then another. By the time Brian noticed the third message, he realized that there was a pattern, and a grand mystery began to unfold. This puzzle has come to be known as the Mayday Mystery. A puzzle wrapped in secrecy, layered with cryptic symbols, hidden meanings, and a purpose that remains hidden to this day. Since then, these publications have been seen every year on May 1st for the last 35 years. Determined to uncover the truth, Brian launched maydaymystery.org, a website dedicated to tracking and deciphering these strange messages. Through his research into the Daily Wildcat archives, he discovered that the first known ad dated back to 1981. But who knows how far back they truly go? The Daily Wildcat was first published in 1899, but the archives only go as far back as 1981. So it's possible that there are many more Mayday ads out there which we cannot trace. These puzzles are not just any simple puzzle that can be solved instantly within some time. They contain a depth of detail that no average person could decipher on their own. Each of these puzzles contain very complicated geometrical patterns, mathematical equations, biblical references, and messages in various languages. However, some elements are seen recurring almost every year in the puzzles. These are the letters SR/CL, pictures of historical figures like Gustavo Adolphus, John Calvin, Martin Luther, Oliver Cromwell, and a smiling face known as the Smiley Guy. All these complicated and recurring messages make it way more mysterious. Many questions have been raised regarding these puzzles. Why has this mystery persisted for decades? What are they trying to say? And most importantly, who is sending these messages? The earliest discovered ad, printed on May 1st, 1981, features a cryptic combination of letters, symbols, and foreign languages. We can see SR/CL followed by the name Richmond, 5 Chinese characters, and at the end, Mayday 1981. If we translate these 5 Chinese characters, we get the phrase, "Long live Chairman Mao." But who is Chairman Mao? Chairman Mao was the founding father of People's Republic of China and the leader of Communist Party from 1943 up until his death. Some have deciphered that this message perhaps indicated a celebration of communism, considering May 1st is also known as International Workers' Day. Interestingly, an official Chinese stamp bearing the same message, "Long live Chairman Mao," was issued on May 1st, 1967. Could there be a connection between them? It's clear that this particular puzzle is not only about Chairman Mao. We have another name, Richmond. What does this name have to do with the phrase, "Long live Chairman Mao"? Some independent researchers have uncovered an email that contains the name of a man, Stanley Richmond. This particular email mentions a philatelic show on May 1st in the year 1998. Philatelic means the collection and study of stamps and postal history. And some research reveals that a man named Stanley Richmond purchased a company named Daniel F. Kelleher, which is the oldest philatelic auction house in America. Connecting all the dots, we can assume that there is probably a connection between Stanley Richmond and the Chinese stamp that says, "Long live Chairman Mao." But then again, what does SR/CL indicate in this whole puzzle? Many people assume that SR in the first line of the puzzle refers to Stanley Richmond himself. However, the term SR/CL is a recurring theme throughout all the Mayday publications, even in those with no potential connection to the stamp or Stanley Richmond. Many other researchers have taken a different route to solve this puzzle. One person who goes by the alias near a terminal in the maydayMystery.org website said, "One of the few things I know about Chinese is that you count the number of brushstrokes in a character. There are 8 letters in the word Richmond, and there are 24 brushstrokes in the Chinese message that appeared in the puzzle." And exactly on August 24th of the same year, the next Mayday announcement was published. With this announcement, it was clear that the Mayday Mystery announcements are also being published beside the 1st of May. It looks like the main puzzle is always announced in May, with additional announcements on different dates of the year. As the Daily Wildcat do not publish anything on the weekends, there were times when the Mayday Mystery puzzles were published in April due to May 1st being weekend in those years. At this point, you might be wondering who is behind this whole Mayday Mystery. Is it a person or a group of people? In February 1989, it was revealed that there is indeed an organization behind these riddles, and they refer to themselves as the Orphanage. Considering all the multicultural contents and announcements in the Mayday puzzles, many have speculated that the name Orphanage may indicate a group of people who have abandoned themselves from their native culture or religion. Their purpose of doing such thing still remained unknown. However, they made one thing abundantly clear, that this is not a game. Through his relentless investigation, Brian traced the puzzle's origin to a man named Robert Truman Hungerford, a lawyer who claims to be the legal counsel for the orphanage. Brian discovered that Mr. Hungerford is an intermediary for the organization and had been the one publishing the puzzles for at least the last decade. When confronted, he dismissed the entire thing with a statement, "It is in all likelihood that I am a disturbed, mentally ill person, and these writings are no doubt the ravings of a madman." Was he actually telling the truth? Or was he covering for something far greater? Over the years, the orphanage has reached out to Brian directly, offering cryptic hints and guidance. They have told him to work from the edges of the diagram towards the center, suggesting that the puzzles are far more layered than they seem. They even told him that he needed help with Greek and Hebrew to solve these mysteries. Even more strangely, Brian has received anonymous packages, letters, and even money, presumably to help keep the website running. Your numerous efforts have been greatly beneficial to our strategic and tactical goals, and you deserve to be fully rewarded. Brian expressed his regret of getting involved in this thing. According to him, his involvement had gone from simple to far too complex. "Sometimes I wish they never contacted me at all. My involvement in the mystery went from simple to far too complex with one email, and I wonder what they would do to me if I just stopped altogether." Over the years, theories have ranged from conspiracy to a high-level government operation, possible ties to the McCain Institute's Sedona Forum, a private gathering of world leaders like the Rothschild family, Tony Blair, Hillary Clinton, and many more. Some have even speculated connections to occult practices and child sacrifices linked to Baal worship. April 19th is considered an important day to occultists and worshippers of Baal, as it indicates the first day of summer in ancient times. It is the start of a 13-day period known as the blood sacrifice to the beast, culminating on May Day. Others claim that there might be a connection to a secret society, and these cryptic messages are instructions on how to gain access to meetings and discussions inside the secret society. But in the middle of all speculation, one fact still remains. The puzzle continues every year, and the ad still appears. The website MaydayMystery.org still exists, and no one, not even the most skilled cryptographers, have been able to crack the full code. Is this an unsolvable riddle, a test designed for a chosen few? Or is there something far more dangerous lurking beneath the surface? The answer may be hidden within the pages of history, or buried within the next Mayday mystery.